Hello and good morning to all of you wonderful villagers, adventurers, and travelers out there. My name is Churney, and it is wonderful to welcome you back here into Mountain Shade Village. How is everybody doing? We are struggling with the PNG tuber this morning, but it is good to see you all out there. I hope you're doing well, or at least as well as you can hope for. It is time for another stream, and shockingly, I am far away from the mountaintop today. Thank you for the hydrate, Big Grove Walker. Oh my goodness, so much is going on. I hope you all have been well. I've missed getting to chat with you all. Welcome back to Mountain Shade Village. Today we're just going to do some simple co-working stuff for our stream today. Hang out, do some pomodoros. I'm going to get some writing on World Anvil, which
stuff and things. Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeed.
Many stuff and things today. Which, of course, thank you again to World Anvil for the sponsorship. It helps to make ends meet and get things a little bit closer to taking care of for the month. It is a platform that I've been using for a very long time, and I continue to recommend it to anybody who does that kind of organizational writing, that you need to be able to sort out different pieces and continue to keep track of a whole bunch of different things. I'm a big fan, and you might be too. So you can hit me up for the link, and I'll get you guys connected so that you can upgrade an existing account or get a new account for yourself to enjoy the platform. Aha, I see what's happening now. I was like, why can't I see one of my tools? And it's because it thinks it's on the old monitor setup and it's trying to exist off in the abyss. But how is everybody today? I know I saw Big Grove Walker here first to light the speaker's fire. Thank you so much for being here. And I saw Catchy Cantrips in the chat as well. For anybody who does not know Catchy Cantrips, it is always a lovely time getting to hang out over there, whether they are building their world with their community or running some actual plays. So if you get the chance, go hang out over with Catchy Cantrips and the Tatoes. Always a fun time. Go say hi. Do it. Do it! But we got a lot going on. I'll tell you, coming back to the childhood home this week has been very busy, firstly, but also just the wildest sensation for me. I greatly appreciate the time that I get to come back and spend with my folks and just kind of kick around the old stomping grounds and all of that kind of stuff. But I always find myself very pensive when I manage to make it back home. And there's something about it that continues to live in the back corners of my mind. And this particular trip has been very interesting because I've been spending a lot of time thinking about what the next 10 years of my life are going to look like. Many of you know I turned 40 this year, and that it kind of brings about all of those milestones tend to bring about time to think about what your goals are and what you're interested in doing and what everything is going to look like at that next milestone. And this, for me, was honestly more clarifying in a lot of ways than like my birthday celebration was. I enjoyed getting to spend my birthday with the community and get to have some personal time as well to reflect on the last year. And something about coming home to where I grew up made it very poignant and very sort of keen to find some specificity there. Hello, Crazella, welcome in. How we doing out there? How have you been this week? I miss you guys so much when I'm traveling and doing stuff that takes me away. I just got my next shift for second job again, which is going to be in the middle of August. Which, like, of course, coincides with when a friend is coming into town. And I was like, are you kidding me? Really? Thankfully, the shifts are pretty manageable. It's going to make it a lot easier to still get some plans going, which is nice. But also, what timing, right? What timing? Of course, the weekend and early week where I'm like, I would love to be completely available. My other work is like, we're going to schedule you for 3 days in a row. It's like, yay, thank you for helping me not have to, scrabble for groceries, but also the timing could have been so much better. Trying not to melt? Yeah, it has been very, very hot in a lot of places. Thankfully, the weather, while hot and humid here in the homelands, is relatively temperate. So it's not the worst in comparison to some of the earlier months that we had. And I am still in the Midwest, so we're still dealing with the ramping humidity from the corn sweat. Did you know that that's a thing? Did you know that corn being planted the way it's planted now causes so much moisture to get into the atmosphere during the certain grow phases that it just makes everything humid? Did you know that a single crop that we have decided to go extremely corporate on would cause environmental shift? It's a thing. It's a thing that happens. It's something that I forget about in phases. I'll just be like, oh man, why is it so humid right now? And I have to go look it up. But it's so muggy where you are right now. It is very humid here as well. Weirdly though, it doesn't feel as humid to me as it did closer to Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan being right there made it wetter, but it also, there's more wind in the Chicagoland area, so it doesn't feel as oppressive simply by nature of the fact that the air is moving and not stagnant. So that helps a lot too. But when you're in a place where the air is stagnant, there's no reprieve from the humidity at all, which is its own kind of nightmare. But the thing with corn sweat is that it puts so much moisture into the air that it starts to inhibit evaporative cooling. So the sweating that you do to cool your body, it prevents that. So be sensible out there. If you are anywhere in that area, make sure that you're being smart and taking care of yourselves, because it will have an impact for sure. But yeah, I got to see some extended family in this trip as well. Took a little trip westward to go visit some other folks, which is lovely. And of course, I've been seeing my parents and helping out around the house a little bit, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted to come out this way. They also have a bunch of my older high school and college memorabilia that I wanted to be able to go through, and I've been able to go through a little bit of it. Hopefully I'll be able to do just a tiny bit more this evening as well, because I drive out tomorrow, because I have to be back in the Chicagoland area this weekend so that I can go do another pet sitting gig. So busy week, but I'm very glad for the opportunity to get around and do it, Crazilla says we're at 65% humidity and it's only 82. Feels like 88, and it's going to be 96 today, so it'll feel like over 102. Yeah, that is some extreme heat. I remember feeling very much like that in Florida, just all the time. So I think I've gotten to a point where I can handle it a little bit better, or at least I can muddle through with some practice. There's not much better here, honestly. It's currently 86 where I am, and a high of 93, so it should be interesting, but I think we'll get on all right overall. And fortunately, I have the advantage of having the privilege of air conditioning as well. So at the very least, there's that. And when I get back home, I will be back in a space that I can control with a dehumidifier, which does a lot as well. So lots of things going on, and just this big sense of sort of recalibrating and reconnecting with some of my own personal history. And I've been spending a lot of time lately trying to figure out what the next steps are. So might be time for a cold bath swimsuit time inside. That's great. I love that. Are either of them allergic to peppermint? Because you can make a solution with peppermint oil, not extract, peppermint oil, and some kind of suspension. You can do just, water. You can do certain alcohols that are safe to spray on the skin. And as it evaporates, it is very cooling, but you have to make sure that you dilute it well. So there are instructions for that online. I encourage you to look it up before you take my advice on it. But if they are not allergic to it, that might be a great way to provide some relief to you and the rest of the family. I used to do it a lot when I was doing LARP in the middle of the summertime, because it was an easy way to get some reprieve from my constant hours in the sun, running around and beating up my friends with plumbing supplies for fun. But yeah, your littlest is a little skin sensitive, so it's very hit or miss. Yeah, be careful with it, of course, and probably don't put it into the bath water or anything like that. But it might be useful to have in a spray bottle and apply in a small amount. But of course, you're going to know their sensitivities and allergies the best. But it is something that I have used in the past, and it might be useful to you or other members of your family in the extreme heat. And that goes for everybody out there. I have found that a solution of peppermint oil and water, or isopropyl alcohol and water, you got to shake it up to make sure that it stays mixed, but it's a nice reprieve when it gets really hot, because it evaporates better than regular water at that point, because it's not being evaporated into the already wet air the same way. So it can be helpful. But as always, whenever you're looking at something that you're going to apply on your skin or to your body, look it up for yourself. Do all those good things first. You know what I mean? Might be a fun science thing for the littles either way. Yeah, absolutely. That could be a lot of fun. It could be a lot of fun as an at-home science project. I remember doing lots of at-home science projects when I was a kid, and I had the privilege to go to summer camp a couple of times. And one of the times I went to summer camp, we ended up taking a little, a slimes workshop. And so we made GAC style slime and a silly putty style slime, and we made non-Newtonian fluid during the workshop. We couldn't take any of that with us because it was kind of messy. We didn't have any containers to put it in to take it home with us. But we made non-Newtonian fluid, and then it got washed off of the tables with a hose, because it's just cornstarch and water, and a little bit of food coloring. But I remember doing that. That was probably one of the most impressed upon me things in my childhood camping experience was the slimes workshop, which I feel should say something about me as a human being. But there were lots of fun things to do. I remember we also got there was a bug book that came with a bug jar that we got when I was a kid, and so there was a lot of hunting around the yard to identify the bugs and things like that. I was pretty good at keeping myself occupied just generally as a kid. I always had something that I was making up to do as a kid. In this very house, in fact. And sometimes I wonder, like, I know that I've always been very creative and imaginative, and sometimes I feel like that's fallen off in a lot of ways, and I don't know exactly why, like where that's gone missing. But it's one of those things that I think about sometimes, and I wonder what avenues I can rekindle in my experience that would bring back more of that whimsical curiosity that you have as a kid, right? It's a much different experience, I think, when you're younger with creativity and curiosity than as you get older and you have to deal with more grown-up things, right? You once got a slap on the back of your head from your teacher? Who was it? Like, who are you trying to impress, Pilepa? Also, hello, welcome in. I never got any of that from my teachers. I did have one teacher who had some issues with me with classroom management and, like, just did not know what to do. Have a good lurk, Zella. Thanks for stopping in. Y'all should go check out Zella, too. Zella does a ton of fantastic art on their channel, along with co-working and gaming. Are you still in the Destiny 2? Did you move on from Destiny 2? I don't remember. I've been so busy in the last couple of weeks, I feel like I've lost touch with many of you because I've been running around all over the place. You know? But I hope you've been having a good time with all of your gaming and all of your good things. I know you were playing some Date Everything recently as well. Oh, so you were in a what were you playing? What were you playing before? Was it on Xbox Game Pass or something? I could have sworn you were playing Destiny. Maybe I am silly. I am excited to see what you get set up for your coffee. Because I know that you have the good plans, so I'm excited to see what it's going to be. Pilepa, I see what you mean now with the context, yeah. Was that related to my comments about the, like, trying to find your whimsy and curiosity again, or... I don't know what I said that was tied to. Ah, I see, Zella. I understand now. But yes, the Date Everything. I'm going to be playing Date Everything next week, actually. We have the 5th week switcheroo coming up next week. So we're going to have a whole bunch of events coming up next week in the Discord. And I got voted by the Busking Bards to take over date night. So it will not be date night at the Tipsy Tiger, but date night at the Shade Tavern. And we'll be playing some Date Everything. So if you want to see my reactions to dating the furniture in the house, then you can join us next week for the 5th week switcheroo. All of the events are up in the 18 Plus Discord. So you can check out all of that over there. Well, I think at this point, my friends, now is a great time to settle in and get some co-working done. So we are going to head on over here get ourselves set up with our timers here. We're going to do 25-minute Pomodoros with a 5-minute short break, and then we'll do our stretch break after 3. Torches aren't up because I'm not at home. Torches are run by Mix It Up Bot, and I'm not at Mix It Up Bot to have it running. So that is why torches are not working today. But yes, all of that good stuff is what's going on. So, Sarah, thank you for the self-care trifecta. Always good to get a hydrate, a caffeinate, and a stretch before you get started working. Oh my goodness. No need to apologize. It was a completely reasonable question to ask. How dare you ask a reasonable question? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We cannot mix it up today. We cannot move it. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Sarah, how are you? I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in so long being away. I hope that you are well, or at least as well as you can hope for. So good to see you. All you lovely folks joining me today. Y'all are lovely. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I am going to turn off the Super Sweet Bot timer, I think. And we'll do the other timer today instead. I have no cough button. That's very unfortunate for me. I think these headphones might be slightly better in terms of microphone right now. Sick today? No! Trying to nap the sick away. I don't know what kind of sick you have, but whenever I would get like a bad cold or the flu or something when I was working corporate, because you never knew what it was going to be, right? What I would do is I would go to the store, get myself some Pedialyte and a gallon of water, and I would put both of them right next to my bed, and I would drink as much as I could. I would drink like a cup of the Pedialyte and then as much water as I could, and then take a nap, and then I would wake up and go to the bathroom and then do it again. That's what I would do. And it helped me get better a lot faster. It greatly improved my speed of recovery. So that's my homegrown solution for illness, to manage symptoms, is to just flush your body with as many useful fluids as you can. Yeah, Pedialyte has a tendency to have less sugars than Gatorade, but you gotta look around, you know. And Vampy, that have direct tags to you, or like roll tags. Also, I mute a ton of my servers so I don't get roll tags on them. So like all of the, like, I joined this server because I use the software. Those are all like permanently muted for me. All right, it is time for me to settle in and get some work done, because the world calls. It doesn't matter where I am. I still have to work on this world anvil here. So I am going to get my task up on the task list. And we'll see what's going on with that for what's next. Oh, I see. The nitro tags, you mean? I thought you meant that you had like the little red dot next to 27 servers. You meant the nitro name tag thing. I understand now. I hope you enjoy flipping around on them. All right. It is time, my friends, to get some work done. So I'm going to mute my mic, and I'll chat with you all at the end of the work block. All right, everybody. That is our first break. How'd everybody do? Did we get some stuff done? Hopefully so. Oh, goodness. I'll tell you, trying to get back into this after the very busy week that I have had, doing much touching of grass. I am feeling the challenge of getting back into working on this project. I don't know when I get to not have 15,000 things going at once, but I'll tell you, I look forward to that day. Because dang it. Just so much going on. Oh, I did not leave enough notes for myself either, I think. I needed to have more things set up for myself to come back to this, because I feel like I'm kind of starting from scratch again. And that's annoying. But I'm catching up a little bit, which is good. Trying to go through some of my World Anvil notifications. Get them some things set up for myself. Looks like there's a seminar this week. I wonder if I can make it. That'd be fun. What's everybody else working on? At the moment, I'm trying to remember how everything is structured so that I can make some adjustments to the front page here. Get some things sorted. Let's see. I think I might change the header image on the world, but I have to figure out where that page is. I'm not sure where that is anymore. Maybe it's in the world settings? Let's try styling. See if that's what I'm looking for. Oh, I'm glad I took my sinus meds because I can feel the sinus kickback building up again. Yeah, this is what I'm looking for. Cool. I have so many images that I just need to replace. And a bunch of things that I need to find a new but we'll get there eventually. A little bit at a time. In the meantime, my friends, it is time for another work block. Hello, Tate! Yeah, I've been feeling tired myself lately. I haven't been getting some good sleep. I look forward to getting at least one night of good sleep tomorrow, though, because I'll be back in my bed for one night and then leaving again so that I can go house sit for somebody. It's good to see you, though. What are you working on? I hope you've been well over this last week. It's always good to see you guys come back into the chat after some time away. I think I'm going to do one more work block with World Anvil, and then I'm going to work on my bullet journal a little bit just to give myself some variety, and maybe it'll help me percolate all the things that I need to do. All right, y'all, I'm going to mute my microphone so that I can focus. Good luck on your 25-minute work block. Man, do I miss my macros right now. Alrighty, another work block done. How we doing out there? I see we've got some completed tasks. I can actually complete a task that was not on my list, but that's something. Also, welcome in Blobsy and everybody else who came through over that work block. I hope that you are feeling good, or at least feeling better for being here today. I'm glad you're here. And Blobsy came in and said, I have additions to the body canvas. So I got to go over and look at the photo. I'm not making the best progress, but I am making progress. And for that, I'm grateful. You know? All right, let's go over here. I have to open up Discord on my phone right now because this computer is silly. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this brand new ink. This looks so good. Oh my gosh. And I like that it's like little patches of scales rather than being like a sheet, like a full thing. This is great. How you feeling about it? Are you liking it? And is this the finished final form, or are you gonna get color on it, or like what's the vibes? But that's so awesome. I'm so glad that you are excited and then you got something new that makes you feel better about your body. That's so good. Welcome in, Knob Knob. What's going on? It's good to see you. Artist was also suggesting some additional ones around the knee area. Not too much, of course. Sure. You like the line art the way they are? That's awesome. That's fantastic. I'm glad that it's coming out the way you want it to. That's huge. I love that for you. Fighting the heat with my life. Knob Knob. You can survive. You can do it. We can make it happen. Oh my gosh. Ah, okay. So your full canvas is just black with the color for the trans tattoo. Gotcha. That makes sense then. Then it's on theme. Hello, Arden. Arden, welcome in. How we doing out there? Good to see you. Is the California land waking up now? Is it time? Task, get out of bed, always. Always. Have a good alert, geek. Good to see you in chat. I can tell I'm tired, says Tate, because it's one of those days I keep dropping everything. Oh my gosh, yes. My dexterity just goes out the window when I'm overtired, for sure. Also, all dragon themed tattoos, which I also like. Blobsy, none of us could have guessed that you would have dragon tattoos, I'm sure. Not, it's very subtle. Tate, I don't know how all this stuff is getting on the floor. Just doing stuff. Oh, amazing. But yeah, my dexterity just is all over the place if I'm not wholly connected to my body. It's just a mess every time. Brain fog, yeah. Brain fog when you're tired too, for sure. All right. I need to change to my default list here. I'm going to take a break from my World Anvil stuff for right now, and we're going to do I know, we would never tell. Never. All right. So I started working on my bullet journal again 2 days ago. So I'm going to do more of that now for this next work block. And hopefully it will be fully usable by the end of the work block. And then it's time for an actual stretch break because we haven't moved in 2 hours. All right. So we're going to get a stretch break in after that. But Blobsy, no. All right, everybody. I'm going to mute like I usually do, and I will talk to you all on the other side. Who said? Who said that 25 minutes could be up by now? All right, y'all. It is time to check off some things from your list. If you haven't checked anything off in a while, is it time to make things smaller tasks? Is it time to parse things into smaller pieces? It might be. But it is also time for a stretch break. So, you guys know the drill. Get yourselves up, stretch, get moved around, refill your water. I'm going to go refill my coffee and hopefully find myself some lunch because I'm very hungry. I think I'll be able to leave you guys with words on stream over the break. I think it'll work. So you guys can do some words and have a good time with that. And I will chat with you all here in just a little bit. And then we're going to get back to more Pomodoros. Today is a Pomodoro heavy stream. Because I still have, tons of stuff to do. Just because I am away from the mountaintop does not mean that the mountaintop waits for me. That's for sure. So, yeah, I hear you, Arden. Like, I'm a little worried about what late summer and early fall is going to look like around the Chicago area, too. All right. We're doing the things. We're doing the stuff. We're going to go to a break. And y'all are going to enjoy some words on stream while I'm away. Good luck, and I'll chat with you all here, hopefully in the next 10 or so minutes. Hello? Did we make it? I can't tell. Oh, goodness. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you all had a good stretch break. Got yourselves up, moved around, did all the things. We're back. It's true. Also, hello, welcome in, TK. I see a Chaotic Nerd Boy as well coming in, and the Tipsy Tiger. Hello, everybody, and everybody else who is here. Enjoying the vibes. Mozzie, I know you came in on an earlier work block as well as Arden. Good to see you all. I hope you all are doing well, or at least as well as you can hope for. It's been a wild time this week. I have been in the homeland with the parentals, and I got to see some extended family this week as well and do a whole bunch of things. I've been going through so many childhood papers, everything from like preschool, kindergarten, first grade, through high school, through college. And I was like, why do I have all of these things still? Why do they still exist? Why? But we're working our way through and doing a whole bunch of stuff. And it's been nice to like clear out some of that space because I don't like leaving a whole bunch of stuff behind me, like abandoned, right? I want to be able to make sure that the stuff that's here is organized and like out of my parents' way so that they can actually enjoy their home and all of that kind of stuff. I know, right? Back in the very little Churney days. So I've just been going through a ton of stuff lately to try and clear things out a little bit and try to keep the mementos that I actually want to keep and get rid of the stuff that's just clutter for me and see if I can find useful things that can find new homes and all that kind of stuff. Tate says, I went on a side quest because Brain is upset that cables are not organized the way I suddenly now want them to be. Listen. Why am I in this picture? Why? Because same. Honestly, though. And like, especially when you're reaching a point of frustration with a project, it's so important to be able to like get yourself back on track by being able to make something work the way that you want it to. And I do that all the time. Where I'll be in the middle of working on something and it's not working the way that I want it to, and so then I have to do something else that I can just get the way I want it to be so that I can actually make something work. Like, it's too real, Tate. How dare you? And yeah, it's gotta be right now. It's probably because of a dopamine deficiency. Your brain is probably signaling, hey, I need dopamine. We need this now. I need to do something that I know that I can conquer, and then I'm going to feel the accomplishment in, and it'll be good. But while we're here, before we start our next work block, I wanted to chat a little bit about what we got going on in the Discord next week. We've got Sword Art Online happening Saturday morning at 8 a.m., just like always, which is a few days away, but very soon. Yes, I agree. Side quests are very good and good for your brain. It's very good for your brain. Sunday, we've got Sunday morning vibes and hangout with Apollo Vera in the morning, and then in the early evening, we have the Freaky Friday showing to kick off our July 5th week switcheroo, where we have all of our bards who are participating are going to be hosting a segment that they don't normally host. So Nob Nob is going to be hosting a movie on Sunday for Freaky Friday. We do still have Set Your Sights on Monday morning, hosted by Nob Nob as per usual. And then we have Book and Beverage with the Tipsy Tiger on Tuesday. We have Discord Party Games with Nob Nob and Cade Crash. And we have Chillaxing in Etheria with Chaotic Nerd Boy playing some Animal Crossing New Horizons, hosted by Chaotic Nerd Boy rather than our usual Mander Casper. And of course, Party Games usually being hosted by Chaotic Nerd Boy. And then I will be hosting on Friday a date night at the Shade Tavern instead of the usual Tipsy Tiger who hosts our date night games. And then we are going to have a Saturday, different day of the week, Cozy Chatty Crafternoon hosted by Vexbatch and Nob Nob. So all kinds of fun stuff happening next week. And it'll be a good time. Yes, July 5th was 2.5 weeks ago. I am talking about the 5th week. We had another 5th week not too long ago as well. But, yes, Tate coming for us all with the reality, which pretty on par for Tate, if I recall correctly. Thank you, Vampy. You gooper. Thank you for the earworm, Blobsy. How dare you? Is it bad that I prefer to finish all the side quests before tackling the main quest? I mean, it sounds like it might cause inconvenience for you. It's not inherently bad, though. Brain needs to appreciate the caffeine, not abuse it. Yes. Agree, Tate. 100%. Yes, July's 5th week, not July 5th's week. Precisely, Vampy. And now the whole chat is singing Queen, which I'm not mad about. It is very silly, though. For sure. Not that we're ever silly around here. That never happens. All right, y'all. It's time for another 3 block of Pomodoros. Are y'all ready to be productive? Hopefully so, because it's about time. We're going to do 3 25-minute blocks with a 5-minute break in between. And then we'll have our 15-minute long break. All right? All right. If the game doesn't let you continue after completing the main quest, I always do the side quest first. I mean, yeah. Balance. Balance. Yeah. Are we having fun with the cat nephews? Truth, Mozzie. Have a good lurk, Blobsy. Thank you so much for having the tab up in the background. Yeah, balance of extremes, obviously, Vampy. Obviously. With my purple onion boy. Look at my purple onion boy. I love him.
Our modest fellowship
Wah!
expands. Praise the sub.
Big Grove Walker, thank you very much for gifting a tier 1 sub. Kicking off today's sub quest. Getting some more subs in the bank. Heck! Thank you so much for your generosity and for the support. I greatly appreciate it. Alright, y'all. It is time to mute and get back to my World Anvil stuff. Thank you again to World Anvil for the support this month. Every little bit helps, and they are helping to subsidize the stream just a little bit for these 3 months, and it does help ends meet just a little bit more. So if you haven't already, you can check out the link for World Anvil and get yourself an upgrade if you so choose. And that helps support me as a small creator and helps support a very cool independent group making a really awesome writing tool. So I'm going to mute myself as I so often do so that I can focus in, and I'll chat with you all at the end of the work block. Good luck, everybody. Wow. Right as I was about to start a sentence in my writing. Right as I was about... The work like was like, no, we're done now. You take a break. You take a break. It's good. Hilarious. But I found a place to at least like do something, which is good. I am starting with... I like starting with the Atlas, building things out like this. And I'm starting with the Societies and Factions section, which is like the like general Atlas, but it's more around the people of the area than the like flora and fauna of the area. And I'll be doing that as well, but I think it'll be an interesting thing to structure first, because there's a lot of... Honestly, there's a lot of organizations in the world already, and a lot more that have yet to come to light. So we'll see how all of that comes together. I think it's a good place to start, though, in my outlining. Because I think it'll do well to do a lot of scene setting and kind of frame out what the rest of the book is going to look like. I'll tell you what, though, focus is a struggle today. I'm not sure why, but man, focus is a struggle today. So we'll see how long we go today. I may just call it after this block of 3, because I'm not sure that my computer is going to put up with gaming today. But we can have a look as it falters with me opening Steam. But I also have to cultivate some new inspirations, I think. Because there's a lot of things that I used to... Like, I used to just watch a ton of TV, read a lot, and so I was constantly getting new worlds to think about and new storylines to think about, and I haven't. I agree, Vampy, enough is not attaining perfection. Perfection is not a measurable endpoint at all, for sure. Vampy says, perfection moves the goalpost and teases almost with not enough, but perfection is a liar. Just trying and sometimes just being is enough. Yeah, absolutely. And like one of the things that I have been trying to be better about, especially lately, is giving myself grace to be, you know, for lack of a better word, imperfect in myself. Like, I used to push myself really, really hard to do things for people who ultimately didn't care that I existed. And, you know, I still struggle with that here in the modern era of my life. But especially, like, in some of the places that I was employed, like, they didn't care. They didn't care that it was me doing the work. They just wanted it done. And I don't think that any of them who had me as an employee would care whether or not I were to come back. You know? I generally assume that people will forget me in life, you know? That I there is nothing that I can do as an individual that is going to leave so much of an impact that I will not be replaced in one way or another. You know, there will always be somebody who can fill the spot that I filled in other people's lives to an equal degree. Yeah, I do miss that shop. being able to work in the workshop is something that I miss a lot. And especially as I am spending these months between a permanent residence, contemplating what's going to happen to all of my tools and my workbench, depending on what apartment we move into. It definitely adds to my concerns and my nostalgia around being able to get back to the shop and do stuff with my hands. But that's a goal you're not willing to give up on? You still plan on being remembered when you're gone? Aw, Tate. That's so sweet of you to say. Heck. Aw. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Vampy. I mean, if you're immortal, then you can never be forgotten, right? You'll always be alive. You'll always be there. Clearly. Heck. But yeah, I am a little worried that I'm not going to be able to take my workbench with me to whatever our new apartment is. And so then I'll lose out on being able to use it and do stuff at a workbench. I do very much miss working in the various shops that I worked at when I was in Florida. All right, the work timer has started, which means it's time for me to mute again so that I can focus and get some work done. I will chat with you all after the work block. All right. This is taking way longer than I anticipated it to. I'm looking at stuff. I'm like poking through stuff. But I swear, I'm finding like 4 copies of like the same article essentially. All of them are different. But it's been rewritten so many times, and it's been like one of the things that I was doing with World Anvil was like figuring out how each of the coordinated types worked and like what prompts came up with each design for an article and stuff like that. And so I've got a bunch of stuff that's like trying to fill the same need, but it's all different, and I have to consolidate it all together. And my brain just doesn't want to do it today. And I don't know if I want to sit for another half hour and try to push past it and see if something comes of it, or if it's time to just call it and work on something else for a little while. I really don't know. It might just be time to work on something else for a little while. And like, it's possible that some of this stuff just has to move offline. That it's something that I have to do on my own. Yeah, brain gremlins need something new to look at. Basically, yeah. Which is a problem. But I suppose that makes sense to some extent, because like, I'm not at home. This is home stuff. This is the stuff that I work on when I'm at home, not the stuff that I work on when I'm like out and about doing things. So it makes sense, but also rude. Rude. All right. I think I might call it then. I think it might be time to just give in and accept what I must accept and see what comes of it. But I think we'll be back to like a normal schedule next week, if memory serves. Oh my goodness. And we've got tons of awesome stuff happening in the Discord next week, which I'm super excited for, and hopefully you guys are too. We've got a ton of really fun once-off events that are going to be happening, because we've got a whole bunch of folks who are doing the 5th week switcheroo and picking up events that normally are hosted by other people. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. And hopefully you guys will enjoy it as well, because it's going to be a good time. So you guys know what to do. Check the Discord for all of those event times if you want to add them to your calendar. And do all the things. Do all the things. Check all the places. Do all the stuff. I think my brain may have just like gone off down the block without me. I think it might be gone. I'm not 100% sure, but I have a strong suspicion that that's what happened. Goodness. So, having said that, you know what? We don't have a raid call today, y'all. Because I don't have a bot to do the raid call. So let's get that rolling here. Because we have to go and share some love out there in the wide world of Twitch. So we gotta do something fun. Yes. Listen. Same, Prism. Also, hello! It's good to see you. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. At least as well as you can hope for. Where are my usual... Where's my usual stuff? I can't find my usual thingies here. I feel that. I feel that, Prism. I don't remember our usual raid call. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Alrighty. So, copy and paste the raid call. Let me know that you are set to go. Share some love out there in the wide world of Twitch. This is a shorter stream than I hoped for today, but I am very glad that we could share some time today, even while I was away from the mountaintop. I don't know that I will be consistently continuing to do stuff from off-site, basically, but I hope to be able to at least do some of it. And I greatly hope that I get to see you guys next week. I should be back on streams next week. You got a lot done? That's good news. I'm glad to hear it. That's fantastic news. So, it was great listening to me. Thank you, Tate. I'm glad you were here. I always love getting to spend time with you guys, no matter what it is we get up to, whether it's co-working or gaming or whatever it is. I'm glad that I got to spend some time with you guys today, because I have definitely missed you, and I have been traveling and working and moving and so many things lately. It's been real tough to feel like I was on top of things. No! I broke it. There we go. And it's just been hard to make sure that I could spend time with you guys the way I wanted to. So I appreciate that you guys took time out of your week to come say hi. Thank you again to Big Grove Walker. No, I broke stream. I broke stream. Thank you again, Big Grove Walker, for the gifted sub, for trying to kick off our sub quest for today. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate the support very, very much. So thank you guys very much for being here. Appreciate each and every one of you. As always, my name is Churney. These have been my adventures. I hope each and every one of you keeps adventuring as well. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And we're going to head on over and say hi to Fawn and Games. So I will catch you next time right here in Mountain Shade Village.